All right, guys, good morning. We are back in the Pokemon Command Center after making a quick little trip to the local beach, guys. Beach biomes is where you want to go for this Pokemon, Wiglet. Now we've got him evolved to the Wugtrio, obviously a variant of Dugtrio. So Wiglet, Wugtrio, the garden eel. I thought it was like an earthworm or some type of a worm nightcrawler, you know, the angler, the fisherman in me. I'm looking at him like, oh man, look like a cluster of worms. But in any case, guys, we've built him up for the Great League. Here we go. We're going right in. Let's see how Wugtrio performs in our first matchup. We go up against a Shadow Gardevoir, and off the bat, these charms are obliterating us. That is just horrible, guys. We reach a liquidation. We get a shield, so there's that. But man, that was rough. That was rough to watch and endure. So now we come in with Annihilate. They've got their Politoed, and now they've got, oh man, they've got the Unova Stunfisk. Wish it was the G-Fisk, as these counters would be doing a lot more damage. But in any case, guys, we've got two shields at our disposal, a relatively healthy Shadow Arcanine in the back. We've got the Annihilate going to town with these Night Slashes, trying to get that boost. At this point, we're going to tank the Mud Bomb. We get KO'd, but now it's all on Shadow Arcanine's shoulders, these Fire Fangs. And now, bada bing, bada boom. Wild Charge for the bang on Politoed. And we still have a shield. That was a good game, but definitely carried by Shadow Arcanine and Annihilate. But now we go into a Dragonair. Well, we did get that one shield with the Wugtrio, so, you know. So we go ahead, we Water Gun with our Wugtrio, and then we swap, try to catch a Body Slam, but it's going to be an Aqua Tail. Horrible catch on my end. We throw the Night Slash, going to pressure the opponent, and we still both have our shields. So the opponent brings out the Whiscash, we throw another Night Slash, and now we get the boost. So we'll take that. We're going to go ahead, implement a shield right here, take advantage of that boost. These counters are adding up. Throw in another Night Slash, see if we can get a shield. We do. Win CMP right there. The opponent's going to knock us out with the Mud Bomb on their end. Now we bring out the Wugtrio, Water Gun, Liquidation, and we get the KO there. The opponent brings out Melmetal. We aggressive swap into our Shadow Arcanine, and this is pretty much a done deal. We're going to shield here, but they've, you know, super spammy is the Melmetal. They're going to go ahead and get the KO with a Rock Slide, and now we finish off with the Wugtrio, getting the dub right there. So we've got Water Gun for the fast move. For the charge moves, we have Liquidation, and oh, that's a horrible matchup. And we have Dig. That was a horrible matchup. So we come into our, and look at this, guys. We're like, what is the expression? What do they say? I mean, we were getting whooped both in the lead, but that Wild Charge was clutch right there, guys. The Play Rough going to get the KO, but we've got that Azumarill pretty low. We're hard counter. That's the word. That's what I was looking for. Hard counter on both the lead and the swap. Annihilate gonna have to get in there and do some work for us, for the team. And they've got their Shadow Victory Bell. And now Probopass. I thought it was a Bastiodon, but we've got the Probopass, Mr. Potato Head. And now Wugtrio. This is where the Water Gun, the glassiness, it is just chipping away at the Probopass. Rock Slide. It's going to KO. So we can't even take a dang charge move on our Wugtrio. And now, there you go, counter down. We get the dub there. Great game. So positive set right there. Some of these matchups were just horrible. We had, I think I had the top, I typically don't top left, but there were just some horrible matchups, guys. I did not add. We ran through a bunch of battles. I'm probably going to do a part 2 to this video. But here we go. We go into a Houndoom, a Shadow. So very favorable matchup for us. Water Gun chunks away, and they bring out the Shadow Golbat. We stay in, we try to chip and dip. We get the shield, and at this point, CMP, we're gonna shield on our end, but as Poison Fang, we're probably KO because of how squishy, how glassy Wugtrio is. We bring out the Shadow Arcanine. We really don't have a good answer to the Shadow Golbat at all. We reach a Wild Charge, and that is probably going to be detrimental to us winning this battle. They have a Gengar. We've got Golisipad, and with the Shadow Claws, we're chipping, chunking away. The opponent brings out their Shadow Houndoom. Now, because they've got the Dark type, and these Shadow Claws are not doing much at all. At this point, I make a mistake. I let that go, thinking Wugtrio will be able to get the farm down and we'll have enough energy. But man, Water Gun just takes forever. The Gengar smiling right in our face. We'll get our final shield and they get the dub. So that one, it was a good battle. Man, I sold that one like crazy. Now we draw into a Pelipper, Zion Williamson. And we're going to stay in here for a little bit. Weather Ball. I mean, you see the damage that even just a Weather Ball does. And we are a solo water typing. And that Weather Ball was able to bring us pretty low. So we did get a shield from the opponent, which is great. We'll always take shield advantage right there. Opponent has one switch. We come in with Golisipod. And at this point, guys, we could tank. It's not a Hurricane. It is a Weather Ball. So we're going to go ahead and call that. We're going to throw the Aerial Ace, see if we could clear the Pelipper, which we get their final shield. At this point, we're going to go ahead. Shield here. Farm down. Commit to that Shadow Claw. Farm down. We got all kinds of energy. What do they have coming in? It is a Buzzwole. Aerial Ace will bang on them and then snipe with the Shadow Arcanine. And they bring out their Shadow Mewtwo. And that is a great game, guys. That was awesome. All right. Going up against an Altaria in the lead with our Wugtrio. At a certain point, guys, I think I start using or utilizing Wugtrio. That was... They brought the Superior, we brought out the Shadow Arcanine, and the opponent top lefted. Another positive set. But yeah, at some point, I believe I've got... so I do different team compositions, but I will have Wugtrio as a more of a safe swap and a closer in some of these battles. But we do switch up some of the Pokemon that we've got. This one continues, and oh man, this is a hard counter for both of us right here. The electricity is not what we want to see, but Water Gun to the ground typing of the Unova Stunfisk. We're doing some damage as well with the Liquidation. We'll get the KO. Opponent let that go. Don't know if they knew what Wugtrio had as charge moves, but they bring out, they had the shiny, I want to say it was a shiny Victory Bell, and then they bring out the Shadow Granbull. We're going to win that one. We reach down a shield. The Fire Fangs just chipping, chunking away. This is pretty much a done deal, guys. I'm going to tank whatever they want to throw. It's all good. And yeah, the opponent throws in the towel. That is a good game. Go into another battle, guys. These were fun. These were actually fun. As squishy and glassy as Wugtrio is, it's just cool utilizing a new Pokemon that a lot of people don't have. So this time we're going for the dig. Is the opponent going to let it go? Bang on the tanky Toxapex. But we're going to be a wuss, and we're going to shield the Brine because we probably couldn't take that. The opponent brings out the Shift Tree. We've got our Shadow Arcanine shredding through the Shift Tree. Man, mega damage, double KO right there. And now let's see, we're just going to wait the clock. Golisipod going into a shiny male Jellicent. I am jealous of the shiny male Jellicent. That's what I want. That's the one shiny I want right now, and I want to build it up for Great League. But in any case, guys, the Shadow Ball will chunk, bring us into the red zone. The opponent tries to catch. We are just clutch right there with the Wugtrio coming in. And now the Liquidation will get the final shield. We're still with a shield, and I played that nicely. Typically, I feel like I would jack that up somehow. But man, we barely 1 HP in a dream. Great game to the opponent. Awesome battle, fun battle that one was. Into another one with the Wugtrio, and now here we go. We go with another, not a shiny, but another male Jellicent. The opponent brings out the Steelix. Steelix become very popular in the meta. Great League. Liquidation is going to do some good damage to that Steelix, to the ground type and the ground steel type Steelix. We're going to tank whatever they want to throw. Don't know if it's an EQ. We could take that. It is a Crunch. Figure most time they got Psychic Fangs, but Crunch Wrap Supreme on us. Now Jellicent is right back out there. The Shadow Claws are going to add up, as you saw in the previous battle. We're going to reach. We've got all types of energy. Another Aerial Ace. Either get the shield or no. So we're going to look to see who utilizes their shield first. They bring out the Scrafty, and the Aerial Ace will bang on that Scrafty. Crazy. The opponent just not shielding any of this damage, but there's a method to the madness. We're looking the same. We still have our shields. Wugtrio in there, barely reaching a Liquidation, and the opponent decides to shield. They farm down with the counters. Now we bring out Shadow Arcanine. We're going to shield at this point. Of course, gotta throw out a shield because I think we can go ahead and just Fire Fang, farm down. Gonna shield. Can we get the dub? They throw an Ice Beam. There's no Bubble Beam, no Surf. And we get the win, get the victory right there, guys. So very much a positive set. 4 out of 5 for that one. Definitely need that rare candy as I dumped a bunch of it onto the Wiglet, the Wugtrio evolution. Yeah, a lot of fun, great games. And now this time we're leading with Lucario. This is where we get into Wugtrio as a safe swap or as a closer. But I love Lucario, guys. Wanted to mix up. And we've got Shadow Sneasler in there as well. Oh, man. So I love this team. I think we did some good damage with this team. We've got Shadow Claw. We've got Aerial Ace. And we've got Close Combat too, which I love. Shadow Sneasler is such an awesome, such a cool Pokemon, especially the Shadow variant of that. You gotta have it. We're throwing out the Power Up Punch. We've got Close Combat, so this is no Shadow Ball. This is a straight fighting type only, especially with the counters. Fighting type only Lucario is my favorite way to run Lucario. They bring out the Skarmory, and this is where that Close Combat just bangs and boosted from the pup. And now they bring out the Azu. This is dicey. This is definitely looking dicey. Let's see how we perform Wugtrio against the Azumarill. We're gonna go ahead, generate all kinds of energy with the Water Gun. We've got the Dig that will chunk a good amount, bring them into the yellow zone. We barely reach a Liquidation. I believe Liquidation is possibility of getting a debuff, correct? We bring them down to a handful of HP. They're gonna have to throw the Ice Beam, and now we get just enough for a pup, and that is a great game. Oh, close one, a close one right there. We've had some close battles. Here we go again, leading with that Lucario against a Lantern. Of course, the Ninja Fish, super popular in the meta. Almost regardless of whatever updates they run with some of the movesets or whatever, I feel Lantern is just always going to be pretty popular. With the typing, the amount of damage, the bulkiness that it has. Thunderbolt, appropriate shield right there. We're ramping up our attacks with the power-up punches. Reach down to shield, we clear, we win switch. Let's see, the opponent brings out the Claude Sire. Here we go, throwing that Close Combat that has been boosted. Bang on a bulky Claude Sire that is not weak to the fighting type, but we were able to do some good damage. Mega Horn, oh, but the Water Guns, look at the Water Guns on that Claude Sire, on that bulky Claude Sire. That was pretty clutch because now we're in a matchup with Trev where we've got shield advantage, I want to say. Yeah, well, at this point, no more shields for us. We know we don't even pop a single Aerial Ace bubble. We know they're going to shield, but we get back to back, and that is a good game. Shadow Claw on the Trev, of course, assisted. And now we go into another battle. Lucario against Umbreon. Umbreon, I love the Pokemon as well, but man, we do some damage with the fighting types. They have an Annihilate as backup, and now here we go. Annihilate versus the Shadow Sneasler, guys. We're going to have the advantage of Shadow Claw doing mega damage to the Annihilate, to the fighting ghost type that is Annihilate. They shield. We're going to go ahead shield as well. I believe we're going to commit to that farm down. We shield the Night Slash. And yep, commit to that farm down. We have Close Combat. Umbreon is out there. Let the Close Combat bang on the Umbreon. Get the KO. They've got a shiny Alolan Marowak. And now Water Gun City. We catch the Shadow Bone on our Lucario. Thank you, buddy. And man, we just Water Gun, obliterate, annihilate the shiny Alolan Marowak. Another positive set, guys. Great battles. Once again, I've got to do a part 2. I loved utilizing Wugtrio, and stay tuned. Take care.